Hey y'all, welcome to Caring for Carlys, A Daughter's Journey. Okay, so let's talk about today. Today was the San Francisco um, walk to end Alzheimer's. So you fundraise $100 and they'll give you one of these shirts. And on the back has all the sponsors. Well, you can't see all the sponsors because I don't have a camera person. But yeah. So I fundraised about, don't matter how much I fundraised. I fundraised more than $100, so they send you a shirt. I also made other shirts that I'll post so that you can see what they look like um, for the people who showed up and signed up for our walk. It's about 4:15. Been up since maybe 5:30 this morning. Had to go pick up my mama at about 8 o'clock this morning. The goal was to be in the city in San Francisco by no later than 9:30. The opening ceremony started at 10. The walk started at 10:30. So picked my mama up at 8, met my cousin here, and then we rode over to the city. We ended up leaving here about 9:30. The package is secured. Hey, mama. Running on CP time. We got to the walk at exactly 10 o'clock. Perfect timing. It was cool because normally my mom, where she lives, the place where she lives, I don't know what to call it. I don't know if I should call it a home, her place, the place. When I got to my mama and got her from the place, I brought her up to my house. Okay, so my apartment complex, I live upstairs. So I was just testing my mama's like joints and bones and seeing like what she could do, what she couldn't do. But luckily, they had found some legs or feet or the foot part to the wheelchair for me because normally my mom is just when she's in her wheelchair at the place, she doesn't have a foot support thing. They found one, attached MG things for me. Um, Changed her into the outfit that I wanted her to wear, which was great. Gave me everything I needed, supplies, but I keep what I call a go bag. I should probably show y'all my go bag. So anyway, grabbed my go bag, had everything ready, drove over to the city. I noticed that when transporting my mama in my car, I don't know how long I'll be able to do it because the concept of stepping into the car and sitting down for her, it's been challenging the last few times that I got her in the car. So I literally have to have her sit her booty down in the seat and then I swivel her. Like I pick her legs up and I swivel her. I probably should have like some back support or something or figure out how to learn how to transfer people in and out of vehicles because I don't know how much longer I could do it. I'm rambling. When we got to the city, parked the car. She's not used to having the feet on her wheelchair, so as I was trying to push her, she kept putting her feet on the ground and doing like this with her feet. So gotta get creative because no matter how much I tried to go forward, it was just like traction, 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 traction. So get creative, turn her around backwards, grab the handles from behind, and I just wheeled her backwards behind me, and that worked. They had a water station, but no water bottles. But I guess that was the point of the vendors because the vendors had water bottles, they had snacks, they had everything that you needed, bathrooms, all of that, everything of the sort. Let's fast forward to the opening ceremony. Um, they had Zumba, they had a speech, they had everything going. Got my mama going. She loved the music. anybody dealing with dementia, Alzheimer's of any sort, music is the key. No matter what kind of music, if they like upbeat music, if they like whatever they like, music is the key. And sometimes it's just music period, no particular type, just music sounds good to people, all people, but especially people with Alzheimer's or any type of dementia. um, so because my mom was so confused and was having issues with her going up and down the stairs this morning and getting in and out of the car, I was like, oh man, she might not be able to actually walk. So as the walk started, we sort of stood behind and stayed back and, waited for like the pavilion to empty so that we could take time and pictures at the photo booth. So we took pictures at the photo booth. She did well with that. She got up, didn't have a problem with that. And instead of sitting her back down in the chair, I said, hey, mama, do you want to walk? Showed her the people that were walking and reminded her why we were there. And she said she wanted to walk. So after we finished taking all of our pictures and everything, I just said, okay, grabbed her, arm in arm, and let her lead the way. We walked from Pier 27 all the way down towards Pier 39. We stopped right before Pier 39. Like, if there was a Pier 38 that we couldn't see, we stopped at Pier 38. And along the way, it was really emotional. It was really emotional because there was so many people who realized that my mom in her blue shirt with her blue flower meant that she was somebody that is living with Alzheimer's dementia. And so as we were trekking along our little slow walk, the people who recognized and noticed her stopped. They thanked her for being there. It looked like they wanted to stop and shake her hand, or they wanted to stop and talk to her or ask questions, but it stopped people in their tracks to see my mom out there. Pretty sure, the first thought that comes to people's minds when they see my mom and they realize that she does have Alzheimer's, they look at her and say, wow, she's so young. So I'm thinking that's what it is. My mom is 60, and the people that were with me today, hope they don't mind, they're in their upper ends of the 40s, and that was the age that my mom started to have symptoms. I always say that, like, started acting weird. There's really no other way to put it, unless you deal with this disease and you know what I mean. She started to act weird around 47, 48 years old, and wasn't diagnosed till like her 50s. But imagine, me as a 25, 26-year-old thinking, I have my whole life ahead of me. I'm going to be able to like travel with my mom and do things with my mom. And she's going to be that grandma for when I decide to go travel outside of the country and go do girls trips or go do things that I want to do, or just need a babysitter just because. I realized that I will never have the luxury of dropping the kids off at my mama's house, at grandma's house, and going on about my business anymore. It was fun when it lasted, while it lasted, but realizing that, graduations, weddings, babies of theirs when they get grown and married or whatever the situation is. But my mama's not gonna, she's not gonna be here for that. And two, just the time that we lost so far, my kids, they didn't have that. Um, anyway, I'm off track. That's another episode. All in all, my mom did great. She walked all the way to Pier 38, and then we went to Pier 39 and sat down and ate some fish and chips, some clam chowder out the bread bowl, and then my mama literally nodded off, fell asleep while we were eating. So that was good. And then she didn't want to walk back, so I pushed her all the way back to the car and was getting her ready to go back to the place, and she fell asleep. She looked like she was like exhausted, but I could tell that she had a good time. And the way that she looked at the people who were looking at her, it was like she was communicating with her eyes, like through her soul, not be so corny, but she was communicating with people just by eye contact. And it's a pretty cool day. Um, just always remember, nothing prepares you for dementia. But like, comment, and subscribe to see a daughter's journey and how I navigate this long goodbye. Thank you.